it didn't look like this when Jimmy was playing. It looked disconnected. They often had times moving the ball. It looked disjointed, especially after McCaffrey came. And we were just wondering, like, when is this offense going to wake up? And I feel like injecting a new sort of, I guess, ignorant or inexperienced quarterback into the fray, like that has kind of helped them, because he doesn't know enough to have bad habits. He doesn't know enough he's never played in Seattle, for example, right? Like we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Like he doesn't know what it's like to fail up there because he's never played up there. Right. Mm-hmm. So he's just a young guy that's just going in for the first time, seeing the stuff for the first time, and ignorance is bliss. Right. So a lot of what we're seeing here, both the good and the bad, like the turnover worthy plays and also all the splash plays that he's making, it's a result of just kind of letting it go, letting him play. And I feel like this is the first time Kyle's had this much confidence in the quarterback since he's been here. I don't know. Would you feel the same way?
I would say that it's similar. I think so. I'll say yes, but I'll also give a little bit of pushback. I think the way I identify confidence is the way that Kyle Shanahan play calls on regular downs. And I don't know if the play calling has necessarily changed as much. The difference to me has been Purdy has been hitting the throws that Shanahan wants. And a lot of people might say that that's a power dynamic with Shanahan. Maybe he shouldn't just want one throw. But to me, the reason he wants that throw is because on film, that throw is repeatedly open if you throw it and let it rip. And Purdy is willing to do that. And maybe that has opened up a little more for Brock Purdy, which is where I think the confidence has increased. And maybe it also increases the aggressiveness that you might see on from fourth downs. We've seen Kyle Shanahan now go for it on a couple of fourth downs. Obviously, he still has some conservativeness, but he's got for it on a couple of fourth downs, albeit that's where I'll criticize him the most, because I think his play calling has been worst on fourth downs. But you can see an increased level of confidence. I just think that it still stems from the same play calling that he had with Jimmy Garoppolo. It's just you might be seeing different results on a certain level of plays, especially on deeper passes.